What's up everybody? I'm Brian from iWantTesla and I got some exciting stuff to show you today. I got my trunk to pop open. Much like the frunk, I was the first person to get that to pop open by itself. And that's been working great. I just did a video on this. No complaints whatsoever after 5 months. So much like a lot of you, I use the trunk more than I use the frunk. There's just more space in it. It's more convenient. You have that well down there. You can put a lot of groceries so they don't slide around. It's just better in my opinion. The one thing that the Model 3 is missing is an automatic trunk. The Model S and the Model X, if you push a button, it'll open up the trunk for you. And it'll actually close that one. My biggest gripe with this car is the trunk not opening up from a button or from the app or anything like that. It'll pop open. But I'd like it to be open as I'm walking up to it. That's one thing I've been working on for a long time. I did the front struts on the frunk, and that was just replacing the struts. I tried it on this, and that didn't work quite well. So I needed something else. You needed something else to give it that little extra so it opens up. So my solution, the back of my car, iWantTesla, my license plate. But you push the button, and the trunk opens up all the way for you. Really nice. I like this a lot. You can do it with the app as well. Let me show you. So as you're walking up to it, you can hit the trunk button, hit yes, and it'll open up. Really nice. So whatever you're carrying, you can put right in there. And you can see from this pile of stuff, I've been working on this a little while here. These are the factory struts. And I've been working on springs, and you get the idea of what we need to do here. I bought many different types of springs. These almost worked, and these would have been perfect. It wasn't enough power. These were just too small, and once they were compressed, the trunk wouldn't close. And that was the major thing as well. When you put these here, when they compress, there's really no room, because you can see right here, that's pretty much where the strut stops. So there's really a small amount of space. So that was the major dilemma. I had to buy multiple struts. I spent a lot of money going into parts. So it's taken some time, a lot more time than the frunk did, because it's been 5 months since I did that frunk. Let me show you just a glance at what we have going on here, and then I'm gonna take them off and show you. As you can see here, a nice blue sticker on this one. And down here we have a red spring. I'll show you how to take this apart, but don't mind the dirt back there. Once this is compressed, that spring pushes it to about here, and then the strut will lift it the rest of the way. That spring is important. You can't do it without that spring. You can't do it with any other spring. If those springs are any bigger, any longer, I should say, the trunk will not close. And one of the major things that it was hard to find was this gas strut here is quite a bit shorter. The length of the strut completely is about a ½ inch shorter, almost a ½ inch shorter. So the trunk does not open as much, but I'm 6'5", and this is plenty for me, because if I'm getting in the trunk, I'm actually getting lower anyway and putting something in there. So this height is actually pretty good. First of all, you can stop typing. I know what you're typing. How tall is this? From the floor to the top is 71 inches to the top of this. I'm gonna put the stock ones on for you, and we'll measure that. So please stop typing. You don't have to put that in the comments. I'm giving you the measurements. All right, now that the stock ones are on, yes, it is a little bit higher. It goes to 77 inches is the stock height. It does go back a little bit. So right here is what it was with my struts. That's standard. If you go too far and you get too big of a strut, the trunk won't close. So it took me, I've purchased maybe 20 of these things. Maybe not 20, that's an exaggeration. I know I've purchased 10, but I finally found one that works. Of course, there's links down below for all this stuff, but let me take one off and I'll take it apart and I'll show you what you'll need to do to get this to work on your car. Let me disassemble this so you can see the parts. This is the strut right here, 4129. This is an Armstrong strut, much like we're using for the front. So what you want to do is take this piece off. A lot of times these will be loose. You won't need any tool for this. You're going to take that off. Then you're going to take a washer, preferably a stainless steel washer. This is not a stainless steel washer yet, but I'm going to get some stainless steel washers. And I'll have a link in the description for them. Unfortunately, on Amazon, they only have packs of 100. You know, you can get those if you want to. They're still cheap. I think they were like $7, but you can also just go to Home Depot or Lowe's. The whole inside needs to be at least 5/16, but 3/8 will work. A lot of you probably have a washer already around the house. You need this because this little edge here will actually make noise on the washer or on the spring, because the spring is actually pretty large. So once compression is pushed there, it will pop off of that and it'll make a clicking noise. If that doesn't bother you, then you don't need the washer. It bothered me, so I got a washer. So you put the washer on first. You take the spring, drop the spring in, screw this back on, and you're done. You install it. You're probably thinking, well, that's loose, it's gonna make a ton of noise. But when the trunk is closed, this is compressed and everything's tight, it's not gonna make noise at all when you're driving. Let me show you again how to install these. Super easy. Let's go to the car. The lighting is probably not the best, but all you really need is a small thin screwdriver to get in between underneath here when you're taking off the strut. You don't need it necessarily to put them on. You need to pull this back. It's just a spring clamp that holds it on the ball that's on there. It's really self-explanatory. You can't miss it. Then you just go at the bottom. It's really easy to get these things off. Once you have the factory strut off, you want to take the new one with the spring towards the bottom and clip the top one into place. Kind of let this rest here. Don't install that one yet. You're holding the deck lid with your head. Reason being, if you put this one on, it's a little shorter, it's gonna put tension on that one and it's gonna be hard to get that particular one off. Now, you have to support this because one is not gonna completely support it. So you just slide over here, remove this one. Make sure you have this one handy. So you're supporting it with your head, and then you just clip them into place. It's probably easier with two people. It's probably easier with a friend or something. I don't have any friends, so yeah, it's sad. Let me show you the fit and finish here. The gaps are the same along the bottom because of this latch here. It's going to go all the way down there. You're probably worried about these over here. This is the same fitment as I had before. Nothing sticking out, it's all even. Yes, it is adding that pressure on that area. And actually this is inside a little bit. It's not flush like the other side. This piece goes in just a little bit. And we're clean with nice even lines. I've been using this for a couple days now. I got this done Friday afternoon. It's Sunday when I'm filming. So I've had it on for a couple days and really testing it. I've probably opened up and closed my trunk probably 50 times. No issues at all. It opens every time. Using the app, using the button inside the car, it opens up. It does open a little slower than the stock one, but I'm okay with that because I'm gonna be opening up as I'm walking up to the car more than I am just pushing the button. And if you're totally fine with that, you can pick them up. Again, it doesn't take two hands to close it. I was just doing that. You can grab it with one hand and still close it like before. It just takes a little bit more force. If that's something that you're scared of, then you don't have to get these things. These are entirely up to you. And if you'd like to use these things, just like the front one, this isn't for everyone. If this is something you want to do to your car, if you think this adds value to your car, then go ahead and do it. The link is everything is on Amazon. The one thing is the springs. The springs are hard to get. They're on Amazon. And when I did all this stuff, there was 8 left on order, and you need 2. So you're going to need 2 struts, two washers, and 2 springs. This doesn't work with one. Don't do that because it'll mess it up. It'll kick it sideways and you'll scratch your paint. I did that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna have to touch that up. The springs, I contacted the company that is supplying them on Amazon, and they're very limited, but they're on their website. They said they would take in consideration, they're out of Hong Kong. So they said they would take in consideration by putting more on there. I told them the video was gonna go up Saturday, Sunday, knowing I was gonna put this up Monday today. So hopefully they're in stock. If they're not in stock, you'll see the link for the Amazon account but also a link to their website where you can order them. They were $5 on Amazon with free shipping. I think they're $6 on their website, so it's not going to break the bank at all. The struts were 30 bucks. The springs are $5 a piece. Washers you probably have. I would suggest a stainless steel so over time it doesn't rust because it is metal on metal. It's entirely up to you as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been a long time in the making. I've been working on this for a very long time. I'm super excited to get this out to you guys. So not only can you have the frunk pop, you can have the trunk pop in a Model 3. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If this is something for you, if it's not for you, I don't really care to hear about it because I'm happy about mine. So I'm sorry, that was rude, but also true. If it's not for you, then you don't have to get them. Not a big deal. I'm not selling these myself. I'm giving you all the links. I don't feel like getting all of the parts and putting an I1 Tesla sticker on them, an I1 Tesla strut. I'll leave that up to another company 5 months from now. Enjoy your Teslas. If you don't have your Tesla yet and you'd like to use my referral code, that'll be down below. You get, right now, it's 9 months free supercharging. I'm going to be doing a lot more DIY stuff this year. I have a lot of cool things planned for my car and in the garage here, DIY style, to show you guys how to do it and to not be scared about doing something. Not be scared about doing something yourself. You can buy the parts. You don't have to pay someone to put them on, though. That's what we're going to be doing here on this channel. And I want to thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one.